Hollywood has witnessed many powerful couples, but few have had as much influence and allure as Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston in the 2000s. They were once considered the epitome of a beautiful and perfect love. However, after several years of marriage, they surprised the public by deciding to divorce, shaking up the entertainment industry. One of the most widely rumored reasons was that Brad left Jennifer because she did not want to have children. Is the truth that simple? Or were there other factors affecting their marriage, including the emergence of Angelina Jolie, the strong influence of the media, and deep-seated conflicts in their relationship? When Brad and Jennifer married in 2000, they were seen as Hollywood's most perfect couple. Their wedding in Malibu became a highly anticipated event, with stunning images from the ceremony leading many to believe that this was a real-life fairy tale romance. Both were at the peak of their careers, Brad as a famous actor and Jennifer as a beautiful and witty actress. However, from the very beginning, those close to them noticed that they did not truly share the same lifestyle or long-term ambitions. At that time, Jennifer, still enjoying the success of the TV show Friends, was not ready to give up her high-profile status. She prioritized her career, while Brad, although also an A-list star, yearned to build a home, a family filled with the sounds of children's laughter. Initially, these differences did not lead to major conflicts because the love between them remained intact. However, over time, these uncompromising desires gradually became a problem. Brad repeatedly expressed his desire to have children. When he married Jennifer, he hoped it would be a turning point to build a real family. On the other hand, although Jennifer did not deny her wish to become a mother, she felt that she was not ready. She did not want to risk disrupting the film career that she had struggled so long to achieve. Whenever Brad brought up the subject of children, Jennifer would evade the conversation. Although she did not deny her desire to become a mother, she needed time and preparation. But Brad didn't want to wait any longer. This became the primary cause of the first crack in their seemingly perfect marriage. Meanwhile, the media kept a constant eye on the famous couple. In 2003, tabloid newspapers began circulating rumors about a rift in Brad and Jennifer's relationship. Rumors about Jennifer's unwillingness to have children became increasingly prevalent, even though she consistently denied them. In interviews, she skillfully replied that it was a matter for the future. However, those close to them noticed that Brad was growing increasingly impatient. And then, in an ironic twist, Angelina Jolie emerged. In 2004, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie starred together in the film Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Although Brad was still married to Jennifer, the on-screen chemistry between him and Angelina sparked rumors about their relationship. The connection between Brad and Angelina went beyond acting. It was a genuine bond that Jennifer couldn't share. Angelina, with her strong and alluring personality, already had an adopted child from Cambodia and wanted to further expand her family, exactly what Brad had long desired. A few months after the film wrapped, Brad and Jennifer's marriage fell apart. They officially divorced in early 2005, and soon after, Angelina publicly announced her pregnancy with Brad's first child. The narrative behind the divorce quickly became a controversial topic. The public criticized Jennifer for not wanting children, while Brad and Angelina were hailed as the new family ideal. However, was it really that simple? Could it be that the truth is only one piece of the complex puzzle that was their marriage? Perhaps Brad leaving Jennifer wasn't solely because she didn't want children. It's possible that deeper issues had been simmering in their relationship long before, with Angelina's emergence merely serving as the catalyst that brought those conflicts to a head. After the divorce, Jennifer faced a wave of harsh public criticism. Although she repeatedly denied rumors that she didn't want to be a mother, the images of Brad and Angelina made her denials unconvincing to the public. She was branded as selfish, while Angelina became the ideal image of a perfect mother. Meanwhile, Brad did not speak out to confirm or deny any of the rumors. He remained silent, living his new life with Angelina and his adopted son, Maddox. His silence inadvertently pushed Jennifer into the role of the loser. Labeled by the world as a woman who didn't want children, Jennifer nearly fell apart. However, instead of refuting everything, she chose to remain silent, continuing her work and swallowing her tears inside. what hurt her the most wasn't Brad's new relationship, but the fact that the whole world believed she had never wanted to be a mother. Many years after the divorce, Jennifer was still questioned about the issue of children. Although she did not directly mention Brad, she skillfully denied the rumors that she did not want to be a mother during interviews. On one occasion, in an interview with Vanity Fair, Jennifer tearfully shared, "I never said that I didn't want to have children. I always wanted to have a family. I always imagined having my own kids. It's just, I didn't think I had to rush." She also explained that a woman focused on her career does not mean she doesn't want to be a mother. And she asserted that what the media portrayed about her was completely untrue. However, Jennifer's words seemed unable to overcome the images of Brad and Angelina. Just 1 year after the divorce, photos of Brad playing with Maddox on the beach flooded the newspapers. Not long after that, Angelina became pregnant with their first child, Shiloh. This only made the rumors about Jennifer not wanting children seem even more certain in the eyes of the public. This injustice sparked outrage on Jennifer's behalf, yet it could not change the fact that her image had been tarnished. While Jennifer endured public attacks, Brad remained silent. He neither confirmed nor denied the rumors about the reason for their divorce, and his silence only led many to question, did Brad really leave Jennifer just because she didn't want to have children? Or was he using these rumors to protect his own image? Some sources claim that Brad was not entirely blameless either. Insiders revealed that even while they were still married, he lacked the patience to wait until Jennifer was ready. And when Angelina appeared, a woman who already had a child and was ready to have more for him, he made his decision more quickly. However, others argue that Brad was also a victim of the media. They believe that his marriage to Jennifer was already fraught with irreconcilable conflicts, making the divorce inevitable. The rumors about Jennifer not wanting children were merely the media's way of oversimplifying the story, turning it into an easily understandable and more dramatic narrative. Whatever the truth may be, the consequences remain clear. Brad continued his new life with Angelina, becoming the father of a large family, while Jennifer struggled to overcome the shadow of her past. Though hurt, Jennifer did not let the divorce destroy her. She continued to participate in film projects and gradually restored her public image. However, every time she appeared on the red carpet, questions about Brad and Angelina followed her like an indelible shadow. It took many years for Jennifer to finally shed the label of the woman abandoned for not wanting children. Yet, the scars inflicted by the media may never completely fade away. Every time she appeared in a new film, the first question reporters asked wasn't about her acting, but about Brad, Angelina, and whether she planned to become a mother. Hollywood always finds a way to turn women into tragic figures. They didn't want to see a strong and independent Jennifer. They only wanted to see a woman in pain, forever trapped in the past. But Jennifer refused to be turned into an icon of pity. She knew that if she continued to play the role of the abandoned woman, she would never escape Brad's shadow. So she began fighting back. In 2011, Jennifer appeared on the cover of Elle magazine, making a clear and decisive statement. I don't need a man or a child to feel complete. Happiness doesn't just come from getting married or having kids. Happiness comes from knowing who you are and living true to yourself. This was the first time Jennifer was no longer a victim. She had taken back control of her own narrative. The press, so used to portraying a weak and pitiful Jennifer, was suddenly thrown off balance. She no longer shied away from tough questions. Instead, she faced them head-on, confidently, and with great resolve. After leaving Friends, Jennifer faced the biggest challenge of her career: how to escape the shadow of Rachel Green and establish herself in the film industry. Although she continued to take part in romantic comedies, Jennifer began selecting roles with greater depth. She starred in films such as The Breakup 2006, Marley and Me 2008, and especially Cake 2014. The film that earned her a Golden Globe nomination and proved that she was capable of more than just playing in romantic comedies. Now, not only did Jennifer's career not collapse after the divorce, it flourished more than ever. She became one of the highest-paid actresses in Hollywood, not thanks to the notoriety of her marriage to Brad, but due to her own talent and perseverance. While Jennifer was rediscovering herself, Brad and Angelina's life was not as rosy as the media depicted. After officially coming together, Brad and Angelina quickly expanded their family. They adopted 2 more children, Pax and Zahara, and also had 3 biological children, Shiloh and twins Knox and Vivian. They became a large, seemingly happy family. But behind that glamorous facade, cracks began to appear. Angelina is a strong, fiercely independent woman. She wasn't the type of wife who quietly stood behind her husband to build a home. She had her own ideals, ambitions, and a very different approach to raising children. Brad, who once believed he had found the family of his dreams, gradually realized that life wasn't as easy as he had imagined. Family tensions, media pressure, and differences in lifestyle increasingly strained their relationship. By 2016, Brad and Angelina divorced, and ironically, Brad ended up being the one abandoned. After many years apart, Jennifer and Brad gradually reestablished a friendship. They were no longer husband and wife, no longer lovers, but they also no longer harbored any resentment toward each other. In 2020, in a moment that caused quite a stir, they met again at the SAG Awards. A photo of Brad holding Jennifer's hand with a tender look in his eyes became one of the most viral moments of the year. Fans everywhere exploded with questions. But Jennifer, having been through so much, was no longer the woman she once was. She was no longer waiting for Brad. She didn't need a reunion to prove anything. In a subsequent interview, Jennifer simply smiled and said, "We are friends, that's all." After everything, Jennifer accomplished what few could. She transformed her pain into strength. She is not the abandoned woman. She is not the selfish woman who didn't want children. She is not a victim. She is Jennifer, one of Hollywood's biggest stars, a strong, intelligent, and resilient woman. And above all, she didn't need a man to complete herself. She had found her own peace and success. As for Brad Pitt, he lost Angelina, got entangled in a custody battle, and in the end, was left with nothing but memories of a love that once was. Perhaps it was Brad who lost the most.